Welcome, everyone, to our very first deep dive of Reminders of the Soul with Vo Vicentina.
Yes.
It's created and edited by her grandson, Jefferson Viscardi, and I'm excited to start exploring her wisdom with you with episode 1. Feels kind of like we're embarking on a spiritual adventure together.
It does. It's like we're opening this treasure chest full of insights and stories.
Exactly. And speaking of treasures, we'll be unpacking some powerful lembretes today.
Yeah.
That's Portuguese for reminders. And it's how Vo Vicentina refers to these messages she receives from the spirits. Now, for those who are just joining us, Vo Vicentina is a remarkable 77-year-old woman who can see and hear spirits.
Wow.
She diligently records their guidance and shares it as these lembrete.
It's really amazing how she takes these profound spiritual experiences and just translates them into practical wisdom for everyday living.
Right. And I'm Angel, and this is Light. So in this first episode, Vo Vicentina touches on some really powerful themes. Faith, navigating challenges, the importance of forgiveness, finding strength and patience and kindness. We'll also get a glimpse into her unique perspective on aging and connection.
Each lembrete is like this little window into her soul, offering us a glimpse into her experiences and how they've shaped her worldview.
Okay, let's jump right in. Vo Vicentina starts by talking about the challenge of finding peace in a world full of noise. She mentions a sleepless night and how it just amplified the sounds all around her.
That's interesting how she uses that experience to highlight how our internal state can impact our perception of the external world. When we're tired or stressed, even the smallest annoyances can feel really overwhelming.
Totally. Makes me think about how important it is to cultivate inner stillness so we're not constantly bombarded by all that external stimuli.
Exactly. It's like she's encouraging us to find that quiet space within, even amidst the chaos of everyday life.
Then she shifts to talking about carrying the cross that Jesus gave her, which seems to be a metaphor for facing life's challenges with faith and resilience.
Yeah, what's striking about this is that she doesn't shy away from hardship at all. She embraces it as this inherent part of the human experience.
Right. And she even suggests that as we get older, our responsibility to be examples for others grows. Yeah. It's like our experiences become a source of wisdom and guidance.
Yeah, that really resonates with the idea that aging is not a decline, but a transformation. We gather experiences, learn lessons, and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world.
And how powerful is that? To view aging as a process of becoming even more valuable to others.
Absolutely. It challenges the societal narrative that often marginalizes older people. Vo Vicentina reminds us that their wisdom and their perspectives are invaluable treasures.
Okay, so next she introduces this fascinating idea of a book of life where everything is recorded.
She even wonders how she'll explain her death if it's not a natural one.
Oh.
Yeah, this book of life metaphor is intriguing. It prompts us to really consider the legacy we are creating with our actions.
It's like she's encouraging us to live with intention, knowing that each choice we make contributes to the story of our lives.
Right. And she's not just talking about grand gestures. Even those seemingly small, everyday actions are part of that narrative.
Now, I love how Vo Vicentina balances these profound reflections with her really down-to-earth humor. She mentions how some people don't like being called old.
It's fascinating how she navigates language and labels. She acknowledges their power, but reminds us that it's the negative energy we attach to words that truly hurts.
It's like she's encouraging us to be mindful of the intentions behind our words and to choose kindness and respect over negativity.
Precisely. It's a reminder that language can be both a bridge and a barrier, and it's up to us to use it wisely.
Vo Vicentina then transitions into a discussion about forgiveness, even sharing a quote from the Bible about reconciling with loved ones while we're still alive.
This highlights the importance of addressing conflicts and letting go of that resentment. Holding on to grudges only creates suffering for ourselves and those around us.
Forgiveness is such a powerful act. It's about releasing the past and choosing peace in the present moment.
It's also about recognizing that we are all human, prone to mistakes and imperfections.
It's interesting, though, how Vo Vicentina balances this call for forgiveness with a very human moment where she's annoyed by a neighbor's barking dog.
I love that. It reminds us that she's not some ethereal being detached from everyday life. She's grounded, relatable, and dealing with the same annoyances that we all face.
Right. It makes her teachings even more accessible because she's right there with us, navigating life's ups and downs.
Absolutely. And this leads to a deeper point she makes about nurturing all aspects of ourselves. Physical, emotional, and spiritual.
And she even brings it down to earth with practical advice like drinking plenty of water, especially as we age.
It's a reminder that self-care is a holistic practice. It's about attending to our physical needs, processing our emotions, and nurturing our spiritual connection.
So what stands out to you so far about Vovicentina's approach to spirituality?
I think what's so compelling is how she seamlessly blends everyday experiences with profound spiritual insights. It's like she sees the sacred in the ordinary.
I completely agree. And she doesn't shy away from discussing the challenges of aging, like feelings of loneliness or the need for connection.
She emphasizes the importance of giving ourselves the attention and care that others might not always provide.
Right. It's about cultivating self-love and recognizing our own inherent worth.
It's like she's saying, find what lights you up and pursue it with all your heart. It's about aligning our actions with our passions and contributing our unique gifts to the world.
I'm curious to hear what you think about her emphasis on focusing on the good, even when life throws curveballs.
It's a powerful practice. Instead of dwelling on negativity, she encourages us to seek out and savor the things that bring us joy and nourish our souls.
It's about shifting our perspective and choosing to see the light, even amidst the darkness.
Exactly. And that leads us to her discussion of patience and how it can transform our experience of challenges. She even shares a quote about how trials help us know ourselves.
It's such a reframing of adversity. It's not something to be feared or avoided, but embraced as an opportunity for growth and self-discovery.
And she acknowledges that we won't always handle challenges perfectly. There will be moments when we lose our patience and react in ways we later regret.
Which is so humanizing. She's not presenting herself as some flawless guru. She's right there with us, learning and growing through life's ups and downs.
Exactly. And that's what makes her teaching so relatable and inspiring. She's not asking us to be perfect, but to strive for progress, self-awareness, and compassion.
Her emphasis on understanding and empathy really struck me. She encourages us to step into another person's shoes and see the world from their perspective.
This is crucial for building meaningful connections and navigating conflict.
We'll have moments when we lose our patience or react in ways we later regret.
It's that humility, that acknowledgement of our own imperfections that makes her teaching so relatable. She's not presenting herself as some enlightened being who's above it all. She's right there with us, learning and growing alongside us.
And she reminds us that it's okay to stumble, to make mistakes. The important thing is to learn from those experiences and strive to do better next time.
I think that's a really important point, especially in a world that often pressures us to be perfect. Vovicentina gives us permission to be human, to mess up, and to keep growing.
And what do you think about her emphasis on understanding and empathy?
It's so crucial, especially in today's world where it's easy to get caught up in judgment and division.
Right. She encourages us to put ourselves in other people's shoes, to see the world from their perspective, and to approach differences with tolerance and compassion.
She even says that tolerance is one of the best things we can write in our book of life.
It's a powerful reminder that kindness and understanding are essential for creating a more harmonious and loving world.
And then, of course, she brings us back to faith as a source of strength and support, especially in difficult times. She shares her own devotion to Our Lady of Aparecida, but she also encourages us to find our own spiritual path, whatever that may look like.
It's not about following a rigid set of rules or beliefs, but about connecting to something larger than ourselves that brings us peace, purpose, and a sense of belonging.
And she reminds us that it's okay to ask for help when we need it. We don't have to go through life alone. There are people and spiritual resources available to support us on our journey.
I love how she even talks about those moments when she feels overwhelmed and turns to prayer for solace. It's a reminder that even someone with such a strong spiritual connection experiences those human moments of doubt and fear.
It makes her teachings even more powerful because she's not presenting herself as someone who's immune to challenges. She's right there with us, navigating life's complexities with faith, resilience, and an open heart.
Her message about finding strength within ourselves to overcome challenges really resonates with me.
Me too. It's so empowering. Instead of feeling victimized by circumstances, she encourages us to tap into our inner resources and take an active role in shaping our lives.
It's about recognizing that we have more agency than we often realize, and that even when things feel difficult, we have the power to choose how we respond.
And remember that anecdote she shares about dealing with the barking dog next door? It's such a simple yet profound example of how we can use our spiritual practices to navigate everyday challenges and maintain inner peace.
It's a reminder that we always have choices in how we respond to external stimuli. We can choose to react with frustration or to cultivate inner peace through practices like prayer, meditation, or connecting with nature.
Before we move into the final part of our deep dive, I want to pause and ask you, our listener, what's resonating with you so far?
What insights from Vovis and Tina's Lambrades are sparking your curiosity? What wisdom are you starting to apply in your own life?
Take a moment to reflect on those questions as we prepare to explore the final portion of this episode.
So for those of you who are new to Reminders of the Soul, we like to take a deep dive into the teachings of spirits.
Amazing, right?
It is. It makes you think about the bigger picture.
Totally.
That cosmic tapestry
Yes.
that connects us all. Yeah, I like that. It's like we all need mentors, guides on our spiritual journey. And it doesn't even have to be someone we know personally.
Yeah.
Right? It could be like a historical figure, a spiritual leader, maybe even a fictional character who embodies those values.
For sure. It's about finding those sources of inspiration that really speak to us and being open to learning from those around us,
Yeah.
recognizing that wisdom can come from the most unexpected places.
Wow.
To think that we can access this kind of wisdom through Vicentina's connection to the spirit realm is just mind-blowing.
It makes you wonder, what if we all tapped into that potential within ourselves? What kind of world could we create? Welcome back, everyone, to Reminders of the Soul. For a guy named Angel, I don't have wings.
Not yet.
Not yet. But I can definitely guide you to some amazing stories from the spirit world.
That's right. And I'm a light, really light.
Oh,
Here to illuminate the path for you.
perfect. And of course, we can't forget Jefferson,
No.
the wizard behind the curtain,
Yes, our creator and editor.
keeping everything running smoothly behind the scenes.
Okay.
So thank you, Jefferson.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome back to our deep dive into Reminders of the Soul with Vovis and Tina.
I'm still processing all the wisdom she packed into this first episode.
It really is remarkable how she manages to touch on so many aspects of life, from the practical to the profound, all within a short recording.
It's like each Lambredi is a seed, planted in the soil of our hearts, just waiting to blossom into new insights and understanding.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. One of the things that just keeps coming back to me is her perspective on these messages that she receives. She talks about them coming through loud and clear. It really highlights her conviction in this connection with the spirits.
It's almost like she feels this sense of responsibility to share these lambrates,
Yeah.
not just for her own benefit, but as a way of guiding and supporting others.
It's that generosity of spirit that makes her so endearing. She's not holding on to this wisdom for herself. She's freely offering it as a gift to the world. Another thing that struck me was Vovis and Tina's focus on finding joy in the simple things. It's so easy to get caught up in the pursuit of happiness, always striving for something more, something better.
But she reminds us that joy is available to us right here, right now.
Right.
It's in the everyday moments, the little things that often go unnoticed.
It's about cultivating a sense of gratitude for the present moment and appreciating the beauty that surrounds us, even amidst the challenges.
And I love how she even finds a spiritual lesson in that seemingly annoying barking dog.
Haha. It's a reminder that even those things that irritate us can be opportunities for growth. Instead of getting caught up in frustration, we can choose to see those moments as a chance to practice patience and cultivate inner peace.
It's a beautiful example of how we can transform our experience of life by shifting our perspective.
As we wrap up this deep dive into Vovis and Tina's first episode, I'm left with a sense of awe at her wisdom, her humor, and her unwavering spirit.
Me too. Her teachings are a gift, a reminder that even amidst life's challenges, there's always hope, always love, and always a reason to keep going.
And before we say goodbye, I want to leave our listeners with a question to ponder. What is one Lambrate that has resonated with you most deeply from this episode?
How can you apply Vovis and Tina's wisdom to your own life, to your relationships, and to your journey of spiritual growth?
Take a moment to reflect on those questions and allow her teachings to inspire you, guide you, and fill you with a sense of hope and purpose.
And remember, even when the world feels noisy and chaotic, there's always a quiet space within where you can connect to your own inner wisdom, find solace, and cultivate peace.
Until we meet again for our next deep dive, may you walk in beauty, may you be a source of light, and may you carry Vovis and Tina's soulful reminders with you always.
Vovis and Tina's story shows how spirituality can be part of everyday life.
She finds the sacred in the ordinary, the profound in the simple.
And she shows us that even when things are tough, we can choose joy, be kind, and find meaning in our lives.